Well, hello and welcome to another game where I'm facing yurikamome, this very strong Japanese player in the Dominion World Cup for Germany Team B. I'm playing, and yeah, the games so far haven't, spoiler alert, haven't been going all too great. I lost the last three, but there were some fun plays in there. I think the last one was probably the most decisive one with the catapults, where yeah, they got ahead in trashing. I committed some mistakes trashing my second catapult, and the one before was also rather decisive because I think there they got the better draw early on. But yeah, here we have a kingdom, and they said they will be right back. But I thought I might already start discussing the kingdoms to not take away too much of their time. And you can see the kingdom over here. We have Goat and Will-O-Wisp, which always makes for fast games. So it's not like not great to be second player, I guess. But yeah, what else do we have going on? We have lots of trashing, hideout, research, spice merchant. We have some draw in swamp shacks, and and um, some draw, I guess, in Den of Sin. Den of Sin and swamp shacks, nice synergy. Also, Wheelwright, border village is a synergy not to underestimate, and yeah. What are we going for here? I guess what one could do on a 4-3 would be something like Spice Merchant Expedition. We unfortunately have the 3-4, so still might be worth going for Expedition on the second turn, but it's not. It's much worse. Um, Yeah, what is our opening going to be? Probably just Pixie and Spice Merchant. Yeah, the Spice Merchant I like to help out trash the coppers. Yeah, they have this um, amazing draw. Or maybe they're only tricking me into that, into thinking that they maybe also have two. But yeah, apparently we're equalizing here. And it's insanely good to see the goat here because that means if we now buy Expedition, whether we find the Spice Merchant or not, we will be able to see it again in the next shuffle, or even Den of Sin if we get to it 5. Do we want to turn this Pixie into an Expedition, into a one-off Expedition? Um, I guess we could. Mm, what are we going to buy then? Then we could buy another Pixie, I guess. Of course, yeah, I mean they didn't trash last turn, but they at least made sure that their goat doesn't miss the shuffle. Mm, I think I do like the cycling we get by going for a trash here. And then we probably just go for +2 cards and then go for an expedition. Does this sound right? Then next turn we might hit 6 and already gain a border village. So yeah, this looks really nice. And so we will hit 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, let's go for an expedition. Just ensure that we get to thin down a lot. And probably just pick up border village Wheelwright. Is that correct? They get another Den of Sin in. And we get trash, confirm trashing. Is it that clear? Border Village, Wheelwright. We could also go for Pixie, Den of Sin. Some draw. Border Village Wheelwright. If we find the Spice Merchant with a copper, then we will also find the other two. If we don't, I mean, Border Village Wheelwright sounds like the greedier play for sure. Den of Sin would. No, I think as a second player, it's a bit nicer to go for this. Might be severely punished for it if our Spice Merchant misses, but yeah, I think as second player you gotta take some risks. Yeah, like if we just find a copper here, that wouldn't be all too great, but mm, we probably just go for they do this and they get a Den of Sin in play already. But yeah, we discard this here and get another Border Village Den of Sin probably. We do really want that draw, although next turn we have copper and Spice Merchant already there. We will trash a copper here. If we go for Expedition instead, we can get away with going for one more Wheelwright, right? And yeah, I think. Do we even need to go for Expedition? We have 1, 2, 3 stop cards apart from those. No, we can just go for Pixie, right? Expedition would be overdoing it. Like, we're not gaining that much extra reach otherwise. Yeah, Spice Merchant is going to trash the copper. Rewrites are going to just discard some border villages, and it's going to be it that turn. And what they got going for them is a sandwich of Den of Sins. That's really nice, of course, but we're. Oh, they might already do the Wheelwright loop this turn. Maybe they're Wheelwright bottom decked, but they do have another border village here. Yeah, this is an insanely loopy, insanely fast kingdom, and you really don't want to be a second player on those. But yeah, we gotta deal with the hands you're given, and I think it's still rather entertaining to see. And yeah, while they're thinking, what can we talk about? I wonder, yeah, we should soonish also add some swamp shacks, even though it's going to cost us some wheelwright gains. Just because yeah, having some draw in the deck, especially in a deck full of cantrips such as ours, should be yeah, really, really good. Now we are going to only hit 3, and if we trash a did they trash their pixie? They still no, they trashed their pixie. I didn't notice that. We still might not actually trash with our goat this turn, and rather go for an expedition to increase the hand size. And yeah, I can only imagine them calculating some complicated lines right now with Wheelwright and Border Village. This is kind of an insanely loopy kingdom. If you somehow get the draw in, you get to essentially autopile those. And they opt to top deck their Wheelwright, I presume. That's what they should probably have on top. And instead mule away their border village, getting 1 coin of that. Because, I mean, the actions they don't need anyways. And trash another copper, or do they just go for another expedition? Not trash anything interesting. Yeah, trash the copper, go for a Swamp Shacks. Yeah. Swamp Shacks sounds really correct here. I think we trash this and go for the +2 cards because we're going to do that anyways. I think we confirm discarding here, go for, of course, a border village. And do we already go for a Swamp Shacks ourselves, or do we go for another Wheelwright? The last two cards are Copper and Pixie, so they are not going to draw us anything. I think we go for a Swamp Shacks. And yeah, let's see what kind of boons we can get. Which boons are gone? I guess it's fine to look that up. They've flipped the Forest's Gift and they've gotten that, and the Moon's Gift, so the plus card gift could still be in there, and that would be like a game changer. But I think in any case we go for the Swamp Shacks here, and yeah, we want one for sure. Let's see. Will-O-Wisps, is that something we desire? I mean, they are draw, yes, but I don't know. Let's go for more Wheelwright, and as I said, just an expedition. Um, they might be useful for like one or two extra cards. And the question is also whether how much Wheelwright stuff we are going to get to do this turn, because they might gain all of the border villages. And they might even already have a pile out, but I don't think there is that much we could have played around that. The nice thing is that their Swamp Shacks aren't going to be super duper effective. I mean, they might draw them two cards, but not many more than that. Um, and also for that reason, Will-O-Wisps are really, really nice to have in our deck because they will support the shacks. What an intense kingdom. Here we also, yeah, the Spice Merchant is probably going to trash the copper for cards and action, because cards and action means more wheelwright stuff we can do. Yeah, if I were in their position, I would probably at this point just get as many wheelwrights as possible, and yeah, they already got ahead on those, and then set up the next turn as best as possible. Now gain a Den of Sin, maybe, off of this border village, and yeah, they should be in a position to just pile out next turn, and there's not that much we can do against that. Um, I th yeah, I think they are. I mean, it's just first player, turn 7 on a Goat Kingdom, a Pixie Goat Kingdom. Yeah, if I were them, I would just gain yet another Wheelwright and maybe score, although they aren't really warranted to score yet because I won't be able to gain 7 Pixies anyways. Plus my boon is gone, and um, yeah, Den of Sin, set up your next turn, correct, I think. And yeah, just go for an expedition and two Den of Sins, and I think we're toast. But let's see. I think we should do play this for cards and action, but yeah, we could empty the wheelwrights. If we were to do that, we would probably no. I think yeah that there's not. Um, I think we just want to. Ah no, we cannot even gain a Den of Sin here because of the darn. Because of the limitation to gain action cards. I think we need to go for just mining roads and pixies and buy Den of Sin expedition this turn. Um, gain another swamp shacks here or another wheelwright. Probably just a swamp shacks, even though that might also enable their pile out. Um, yeah, the last card should be another wheelwright, right? We have 3. Okay, gains a right, yeah. And thus, yeah, Swamp Shacks for a little more draw or another Wheelwright. And we are going to trigger the shuffle, so it's a Swamp Shacks. I guess play this Will-O-Wisp, which will not draw anything. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If we do this Wheelwright thing here, we might, yeah, I think we go for this. Gain another Wheelwright. They have 5 Wheelwrights, right? And they could thus empty like Pixies, maybe. I think I don't want to leave them with. They have 5 Wheelwrights, and that means that they could gain the remaining 2 and a few Pixies or Swamp Shacks, whatever, but they couldn't finish the game, right? But they also cannot do that if we go for this Wheelwright. The game isn't over yet, I guess, is what I'm saying. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Do we mule or play this normally? I think we like to have the monies. So maybe mule. Swamp Shacks, draw 3 cards. Mining Road, Mule. No, wait, we play the Swamp Shacks here. We play Wheelwright, discarding Border Village into another Mining Road. That looks good. Discarding Mining Road. Draw here. And do we trash out this copper? I think what we're aiming for next turn is a pile out. Unless they get to pile out. But they have 5 Wheelwrights. They don't have more. They have the Spice Merchant for 2 buys. Yeah, I think they cannot pile out. Maybe they can, but oh well. I think we just do go for double expedition here, and end our turn. Right. I mean, we could buy 2 coppers to buy another thingy, but yeah. Uh, Sorry for playing so slow. It's yeah, I'm trying to make the best out of these turns. It's getting super complicated with the Swamp Shack stuff. But I think the realization that they only have 5 real rights um, is a big one. And also the realization. Ah no, darn the Earth Skift is still in there. I forgot about the Earth Skift. Oh no. I mean, if they gain a bunch of pixies, they might find the Earth Skift and thus be able to discard 2 pixies and thus gain. I mean, they do have to do a lot of drawing and whatever, but it's certainly possible. Yeah, okay, they agree. Um, oh, you can see my the things that I've written before. Yikes, Ninja. Um, yeah. Yeah, I think they win. They win this turn with the Earth's Gift. Like there's only a 1 out of 8 chance of it bottom decking. I mean, of course, you have to gain some pixies first, but um, I think you go for it as yurikamome here. Because if they don't go for it, then probably I win next turn. We win, whatever. Um, because we have the 5, or no, it's 6 reader. we do have, no, we have the four wheelwrights, right? And thus we have four wheelwrights, the mining road. I mean, they could also instead opt to just go for points, which also wouldn't be too bad. Okay, I think they go for it here. Yeah, they gain this extra wheelwright. Um, do they have two treasures left is also a good question. I think, yeah, they do for the Earth's Gift. But yeah, unless they miss the Earth's Gift, I think they've won. Ah, shame, shame. 8 turns. Those kingdoms are incredibly fast. Not time-wise because it's been 20 minutes, but yeah, they go for the pixie pileout. I would do so as well. It's super likely that you find the Earth's Gift. I know they even have the pileout even without that. With the pileout, but not the win. They could tie. No, they are first player, so they couldn't tie. But with Spice Merchant is what I'm saying. Yeah, now they will probably draw the boon drought pile. Um, yes, sure. Spice Merchant instead? Yeah, sure. They want to discard maybe the goat or something like that. That something that doesn't draw. Um, hmm. Shame. I thought, yeah, we had our chance. This the Earth's Gift is going to be our bane, I think. I think that's what they're shooting for, and that's what they're probably going to get. As I said, the Forest's Gift is already gone. There are a few gifts. Yeah, they have the Mountain's Gift. Probably they will gain the silvers because if they don't, and there it is. GG. GG. Yeah, yeah. Um, okay, they changed the player order, and that's it for this game. I hope you enjoyed this playthrough and playthrough this match against yurikamome, and I will catch you in the next one. And until then, goodbye.